So I want to start this video off by being very honest and transparent. I have no friends, okay? I'm 36 years old and I don't have any friends, but I'm okay with that. It's my choice, not because I can't make friends or I've never had any, but I choose not to. Growing up, I had tons of friends. As a teenager, elementary, middle school, I had a bunch of friends. I had so many best friends that they would literally fight because they wanted my attention. They didn't want me to be friends with the other person, you know, things like that. But as I got older in my 20s, those friendships started to fade. So in my 20s, all the friendships started to fade, like all of them, literally one by one. And at first I thought it was me. I thought it was because I wasn't a good friend, because that's what they portrayed me out to be. When in reality, most of those friends weren't really friends in the first place. Like, even my best friend, the bestest friend I had in the whole world at the time, she wasn't a friend. And I know a lot of y'all can relate with this, because you think you're going to be friends with people forever. You think you're going to be cool, grow old together as friends, and it just don't work out like that, because you get older and you realize these people are toxic. They're not good friends. And at that certain point in my life, I had to realize that everybody that's in your life is not there. They're not there for the long run. You know, a lot of times people just in your life for a season, and that's really true. I had to realize that. And a lot of these friendships that I had growing up, they're all gone, and I'm okay with that, because it doesn't make me a difficult person, doesn't make me a bad person. It just makes me a person that doesn't have the same friendships or relationships that I had before. And there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with me. And you hear people say they don't have friends. A lot of people's mind jump to, oh, something's wrong with you. You don't have any friends. Or no, it's a difference in not wanting friends and needing friends. And a lot of times, these people are really not your friends in the first place. Like, you got to get that through your mind. Once you realize it, a lot of these people really are acquaintances, if that. And I don't even really have acquaintances, honestly, because I can't stress it enough that I just stay to myself. I don't have a reason to really be out with all these different people. I just don't like that, you know what I'm saying? So you get to a certain age where you realize that you don't need these people. Most of the friendships I had ended badly because I think I outgrew them. You realize that you see these people for who they really are, and like a lot of them, they didn't even grow up, you know, they just stayed the same. Years go by, you ever run into somebody you used to be cool with, and then you see them and they still have the same mentality that they had back then when you were teenagers? Like, that's not cool. And one of the worst things you can do is try to rekindle these friendships with these toxic people, with these people that just don't have your best interests at heart. That's the worst thing you can do, because you try to rekindle something that was from the past, and when you guys were younger and everything seemed cool and easy and everything was gravy. Now that you're adults, it's totally different. Like, you can't relive the past. You know, I'm just saying, don't go back. Don't take a step back. I've done it over and over and over and over again, where I have went back to certain friendships because I thought these people were different, you know, try to rekindle things, and it never works. Just don't do it. A lot of my friendships ended abruptly. They ended, you know, not on a high note all the time. I think I only have one actual friendship that I had with a person that it didn't end badly. We just kind of outgrew each other, and she's a cool person, but we just kind of outgrew each other. And you know, it is what it is. Sometimes it's meant to be like that. A lot of times it's not meant to go on and on and on, you know, and it's okay. I'm okay with being the age that I am and not having a ton of friends. And I honestly can say I have one solid best friend right now that's been my best friend for a very long time. And this friendship is different than the ones that I've had in the past, because you get to really see, I really learned with this friendship that what a true friend is and what it means. What I thought I had years ago as teenagers and in my early 20s, these friendships with these people, you know, I thought that these people were my bestest friends. I thought like that I meant something to them, but I didn't. And, you know, looking back, I put up with a lot from this best friend that I had, and I put up with a lot of stuff that now, at the age I am now, I would never put up with today. But that's because back then, I don't know why I was so passive and understanding and forgiving. I'm not as understanding as I am today. Like, somebody do me wrong now, I can forgive them, but I cut people off so quick now, and for my sake, you know, it has nothing to do with them. It has everything to do with me. That's what people have to understand. When you cut people off, when you move on from certain things, it's not for them, it's for you. Like, I could care less about these other people. It's for me to better myself in my life and live happily, whatever it takes. I'm at a point in life, I'm doing what it takes to make me happy, you know? So if it means being at home and, you know, not being around as many people to keep peace, it's cool. I'm not lonely. I've said it in another video. It's a difference in being lonely and alone. I'm alone by choice. I'm not lonely. And like I said, I got that one friend that I do a lot of stuff with, do everything with. But do I have a whole bunch of friends? No. Do I have a bunch of people that I talk to and kick it with and go out with and hang out? I don't. And I don't want it, because it's just not healthy. Especially having a bunch of female friends. I've learned the hard way. It's just not healthy. It's not cool. And I'm not speaking for everybody, I'm speaking for myself, because it is going to be somebody come along and be like, well, that's just you. That's you. I have a ton of friends. Good for you, but I don't want a bunch of friends, because all it is cause a bunch of problems, a bunch of headaches. So that's just my opinion. You know, that's me. I'm not going to make these videos and give my opinions and not give a little bit of my own background. So that's just what it is. So yeah, I have no friends, but I live a peaceful life, and that's what it's all about. Why? Because that's what Centel says. Get with it.